All right, what is up, YouTube? We're back again, and today we're definitely taking profits on, the things that I had in my personal account, and also things that we do have an assimilated trading account. So let's go ahead and check, take a look at, gold, GDX, Twilio, and my new investment, which is emerging markets. So what we know from Twilio already is that Twilio is, steady hitting all-time highs, and like I said, this is a 20-minute delay, so you will see the effects, shortly after. I'm not sure when the market is going to open on this thing, but right now we see Twilio definitely at $24, and let me just read off my orders for you guys, so that way you'll know exactly, where I was for the stock. So I bought shares at 23.75, bought more 23.54, bought some more 23.25, bought more 23.09. 23.05. Now I started to sell shares back at 23.62, 23.19, 23.18, 24.31, 24.27, and 24.26. So I completely eliminated my exposure, took all gains in Twilio. So I did over just about 5% in this position. And typically when we're dealing with stocks that are definitely overbought, we want to take advantage of that. Also, GDX is definitely one that we must pay attention to, because right now GDX is definitely showing us that gold is definitely getting stronger, and we're definitely starting to see a breakout happen. So like I said, it is a delay. So let me go ahead and pull up a live chart for GDX. Let me pull up Yahoo Finance right quick. I'm going to share the screen in a minute as soon as I pull it up. So like I said, guys, we want to know exactly where stocks are relative to the stock price, relative to the stock chart, and also pay attention to global news. We want to make sure that we're hedging, sometimes hedging our portfolio against the market, because we might know that the market might fall down, which I already knew was going to happen, because the market is looking a little toppish. I wasn't expecting gold to run up so quickly, but right now still do have shares in gold. My average for gold is about, or GDX is about 21.84 actually, and I started to dump shares in GDX around 20, the low 21s. Let me see if I can actually share my screen, get a full screen here. Okay. So what we have here, GDX at 22.84. Like I said, we're doing just about $1 a share. I could take gains right here, but I do have a stop loss at 22.65. I think that's where my stop loss is. And if I see this thing going to $23, that's definitely leaving me with more upside. So I do have protection, if the stock were to fall down. But we have to think about it. This is an actual diversified fund that I am investing in. So instead of owning some gold company, or instead of owning a couple gold companies, I own the whole gold miner sector. And this is typically how it does. It's done 2% for the past 2 days in a row, and now I'm up. Total return I think is about 4.49% on the position just from holding it this week. And I decided to get in emerging markets because this thing is definitely hitting all-time highs every single time. It does tick up. And let's take a look at that, emerging markets. And as we see right here, 41.17. I have a fill price right here at about 41.15. So I do have somewhat exposure into the emerging markets, but I am waiting on a pullback. But from what we're seeing is that it's not going to pull back anytime soon. And you're very diversified when you do when you do buy emerging market stock. So definitely look into buying emerging markets ETF, or you can do EDC, which is gives you double the, I think it's 3 times the return on the emerging markets. But I'm waiting for a pullback, so that way when I do get a pullback, I'll go ahead and buy the EDC, which is emerging markets 3 times return bull. So with that being said, guys, like I said, I'm taking profits on Twilio, and we'll look to take profits on the personal account right here on Twilio. When the market does open on the simulated trading thing here. I think we have about a couple more minutes, but Twilio is definitely outperforming right now, and I'm just glad I was able to sell shares in Twilio. I'm thinking that all the shorts that we're in are probably starting to cover now, and that's typically how it is. So they do have an IPO coming out right now, GDI, and I just might trade that as well. But right now, dealing with a lot of things that are going on, I'm looking for more plays right now. I'm looking at Disney. trying to see where Disney will, get to that support level about 108. I don't want to buy shares at 109. I definitely want to get in at 108 rather than 109 because we do know that Disney does have supported that 108 level. Now, I am collecting a dividend for Starbucks, 25 cents a share for Starbucks, and I'm going to cancel my GDX or stop loss order. I'm definitely going to move it up to about because I'm only, eliminating some exposure because I really do want to take gains here since it is, Friday, and we want to be able to take gains on any given Friday, especially if if we're doing really good, in the market. We always have to take gains. I know sometimes people get caught up in emotions and people want the stock to ride up, but at some point we want to take, we want to take those gains. So I just moved my stop loss up to about 2270 or 2270. And right now I'm just riding the wave just in case it does fall. I'm going to be able to take some profits and then, probably wait for another pullback or so. But right now, gold is definitely breaking out to the upside. We see 1226 was definitely resistance. Now we're at 1230, and it looks like we might go higher. I know in the numbers we did see 1231, but right now we're seeing a small pullback in the market. And right now we definitely have to pay attention to that. So I'm guessing that the market is open finally on this right here. So let's go ahead and take gains on this. I know we're up about $66. We're definitely going to take gains here. So we're going to sell. We're going to put in a market order right here. Take gains on TWLO. All right, and I think the IPO just opened up. Okay, so we sold shares about $22.35. I'm not really sure what our buying price was, but I do know that we made a profit. Let's check out and see how much did we make. We made about $315. So that's pretty good, knowing exactly when the buying and selling is. Let's check out TWLO's year-to-date chart RSI. We see that a gap up is definitely holding on that support level. We want to pay attention to that because that's definitely key to when you want to buy and sell prices. And we see, director buys 10,000 shares at average price of $23.19. That lets us know that, the directors, or anytime you get the CEO to actually start buying shares in the company, this is a bullish note to, to let people know that, this stock will continue to go up. But right now, people will, the shorts will still be in this thing. But right now, people are definitely, kind of holding out on it right now because it is Friday, and it's typically when shorts do cover. So, we see CEO buying shares at about $23.19. So we're going to wait for this stock price to go back below $24, and then we're going to jump right back in. But right now, this is definitely, a nice little pop from TWLO that we're seeing here, up $1, able to take gains. Let's check out GDX. Like I said, we're just about, getting really comfortable with that RSI of about 53. I know, like I said, you sell whenever you get comfortable. This is why I keep moving my stop loss up and up and up. I know it's a good sign that I keep moving up, but at the same time, I really do want to cash out at some point here. This is why I have my stop loss at 2270. And that's typically how you have to trade these stocks because, like I said, you want to take gains at some point. You just don't want to let your profits ride because if you let your profits ride too much, they will turn into losses or they will start to diminish. So with that being said, guys, that's all I have for you guys right now. I might place a couple trades here and there, but, that's all I have. Also, Chemical Cores is actually still running up. I was in this name, and this was kind of a dead play to me because, it took the longest to break $40. And, I eliminated some exposure before it broke that $40 mark. Once it broke $40, it continues to run past 40, 41, 42, 43. And people are definitely putting out bullish notes on here. People are saying that it has about, 20% more upside. So it lets us know, when it does hit that, when it does have trouble at that $45 level, that's typically letting us know that we might want to get in before it breaks that $45 level and then it goes to $50. So this is definitely a growth name. Like I said before, we see exactly where the stock started from or where it started the bottom at $5.82 or $5.82, but IPO price was about $20. And we see that we're up about 100%, from IPO price. And if we go back to the all-time lows of the stock, we're up a huge amount. So like I said, guys, we want to pay attention to, where the stocks are trading because, that'll make a huge difference, from when you want to profit or, when you might be looking at a loss. So with that being said, like I said, that's all I have for you guys. If I do have a trade coming out, I will post that and I will let you guys know about the the percentage gain that I will be taking. So like I said, Twilio definitely, good profits that we did take on Twilio, did about $300 on that position. Right now, AMD is definitely, running up. We see percentage change about 2%. Like I said, guys, this simulated trading account is to let you guys know, you definitely don't have to trade penny stocks all the time. You can definitely profit on the blue chip names, especially if they, show signs of weakness. If you know that weakness is definitely going to get taken advantage of by other people for them to actually start buying the stock, we can actually get in the stock and start buying it for ourselves as well. So we see, Starbucks is definitely selling off in my account right now. This is kind of preventing me from, reaching higher levels. But, I really don't care about that right now because Starbucks is definitely a growth name, and I just might buy more if it does tick down, further below this $60 level. So that's all I have for you guys. Take care.